everyone, I'm Claren.
I'm Jill.
And I'm Carissa.
And today we have Kenisha as our cameraman.
Hi guys.
Welcome to our first podcast.
We are from HSKG OSIS, and today we'll be answering some of your questions regarding middle school.
These questions were asked by 5th and 6th graders, and we are going to answer them based on our own experience in middle school.
So we see that most of you are actually curious on how things generally work here in middle school.
So there's like a new subject called 3CD in middle school,
Yeah.
Yes.
and it's actually really fun.
What does it stand for again?
CCD
I don't
stands
know.
for Community, Character, and
Culture?
Culture. And the D is Diversity. That's why 3CD. 3CD.
It's not development?
It's diversity.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
Anyways,
Moving on.
yeah, it's actually really fun, and like in certain terms, you get to watch movies for the whole term.
Yes, and you watch it with your friends, and it's really fun because usually the movies that are chosen, they contain like a really good moral, and they're interesting.
And 3CD is actually a graduation requirement. So in 3CD, we're going to like make a booklet. And so for the booklet, we have to make like a project, and then we're going to like reflect on it and or make like a form. And that form is graduation requirement.
Yeah, and you also get to meet some of your friends that are from like a different class too.
Yeah, it's going to be a good time to make interactions with your friends from other classes.
But
With like new people.
I think
And meet new
the
people.
main difference in middle school is the teachers. Like you get to have more teachers.
Yeah.
Yes.
Regarding this topic regarding the topic that we're talking about at the moment, aka teachers, someone also asked about how are the teachers in middle school?
There are 5 teachers for the main subjects, 1 for each. There is
Mathematics,
math, English, Bahasa Indonesia, social studies, and science. And
Yeah. I think like it's a very big adjustment, like going from 2 teachers to like 5 teachers, and like it can be hard to adapt, but
you will get used to it.
Just make sure you can like adapt easily in the environment, and like maybe it can be overwhelming, but try to calm yourself down. And like every teacher is different, so
Yeah, they have like different standards, expectations, and rules in their classes. So you have to make sure that, for example, you're in Bahasa Indonesia class, you have to like in language class usually you have to speak like one language, right?
You
cannot
can't mix
languages. And then
I mean, I don't think we're supposed to be mixing languages either.
but you know,
yeah, but it's like some of us have a habit of doing that.
Yeah.
but just I guess like do your best and it'll be fine.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, by the way, shout out to the teachers who's helping us today. Mr. Jordan, Mr. Ardman, and Mr. Abi.
Hello, bye.
And I guess in middle school we'll also have like, what are we going to have? Friendships.
Oh, but before friendships. Oh yeah, friendships.
Friendships. So I guess in my opinion, friendships in middle school is quite important. I mean, it's still important in your life now and then.
It's different for everybody, like the amount of friends you need, etc. But like for me myself, I really enjoy having lots of friends.
I enjoy having like a certain group of people that I always go to because I'm already used to them.
But depends on who you are, what you like to do. You'll definitely have like a different circle and like different friends. Like when we entered middle school, we didn't have the same friend group.
As elementary,
Yeah.
like
Yeah, there's like a higher chance you're going to be separated from like your like previous friend group, I guess.
And there's a high chance that you'll be friends with other people from other classes as well, because like we have subjects like 3CD that combine our classes.
Yeah, so I guess 3CD is actually like the start of like us getting new friends, I guess. Like starting to find friends. Yeah.
And also like usually friend groups, they change and grow along the way too. So it's okay if you're not friends with the person that you were friends with in the beginning of middle school.
Find people who are fit for you and like who matches you on like your energy. Oh, speaking of friendships, someone asked, "What friends will I have?"
Yeah,
It really depends on your personality, your interest, what you like, and how you communicate to others.
It's just mostly depending on you, like, and like how you interact with everyone, and like be friendly, like
Yeah, try to be kind to everyone. Don't judge someone based on things you've heard about them.
Yes, that's something that is common, and
yeah.
So,
Like-
unless you've heard, like, if you've heard gossip about them, unless you've actually experienced it yourself, don't, give them the benefit of the doubt. Don't just assume the worst of someone.
Yeah.
like you don't know them, so like I don't think you have the right to judge them negatively like that, especially if you haven't even talked to each other or interacted with each other.
And also, someone asked how we organize our time and study.
Well,
We don't.
It depends.
We
do
okay.
you keep saying it depends?
Yes.
I mean, I don't do it for all subjects. But
I mean, sure, we can
Yeah.
be organized and like we can organize our time and study, but like sometimes we don't. Like Geoff ever told us that she makes to-do lists.
yeah, I make to-do lists a lot and like schedules, I guess, but sometimes I forget things, sometimes I don't do them and like procrastinate. But try your best to not do that.
Procrastinating is normal. And like
Yes.
logically, how you organize your time and study, you just prioritize the things that you have to do first, so
And-
that at the end you don't have a lot of things to do at once.
And like from my own experience, it really helps me if I start by doing the easier things and then going to the hardest and then back to the easiest thing again. I don't know why, it really helps me. It like motivates me to do all of the things.
Same, because like in my opinion, if I do the easier ones first, I will feel like as if
You've
I
accomplished
achieved this
something.
one, yeah. And then I can move on to the harder tasks.
And also, don't overstudy, like make time for yourself too.
I mean, studying is great, I guess. Studying is great. We can learn more stuff and like it's education and like we need education. But like overstudying is not good as well. There's like we need some time for ourselves and like for like our life gitu, and like our mental health will be ruined if we do that.
Like, you're in middle school, enjoy your time with your friends.
Your family, like, and just live your life to the fullest.
Because by having a good mental and like being happy like that, it will also help with your studying. It will make you less stressed.
It's like everything's going to run more smoothly. It's
Yeah.
And like personally, like in middle school, there's going to be so much more friendship problems.
like, yeah.
So don't let that, mess with your studying schedule.
Like if you have a problem with like your friends gitu, or like there's like something happening between you and your friends, try to resolve it and like move on from that problem, because if we keep on reminding ourselves about it, we're not going to help us go forward. We're just going to pull us backwards.
Yeah, try to talk to them before it gets big.
Yeah.
And don't jump to conclusions, because communication is key. Like you would assume that someone is feeling this way about you, but they're actually not. And then if you don't communicate, it will create bigger problems
Yeah.
and more misunderstanding.
Yeah, again, give people the benefit of the doubt. Just
Oh yeah, speaking of the schedules and time study thingies, make sure to do your schoolwork. Check in Google Classroom, check your to-do list, and make sure to do I mean, in my personal like experience, I do sometimes I do if I'm like given the work, sometimes I do it directly, so I won't have to do it like at like night or the evening gitu. and like I'll have like a nice time with my family, and like I can be more free.
But sometimes you procrastinate too.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Submit
That's
your
fine.
work on time.
Submit
Feel
your
bad
work.
for your teachers. They have a lot of people's work to check. And you are holding them back with that one thing that you haven't submitted, and they have to keep chasing you.
Yeah. Feel empathy. Empathy. Ya kan?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also like when studying for like assessments, I guess, make sure you find the studying method best suited for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't overstudy for assessments, especially.
So
Like-
like if you like reading articles or watching videos or like reviewing your worksheets and things like that, just do whatever helps you more.
In my personal experience, if I study the night before an assessment, I'll be so stressed like the next day, and like I will forget everything. So like I'll learn like a few days before the assessment day, and like the night before the assessment, I will have a very good night's sleep.
Yeah.
So I will feel somewhat motivated to do the assessment.
And more confident to
Yeah.
do it.
Yeah, and make sure you pay attention in class, because
Yes.
that way you will probably have to review less.
Yeah.
And you will build more understanding on the topics that are going to be in the assessment, so that you don't have to do everything from square one.
Yeah.
Yeah, listening is important.
Listening, yeah. But like if you're still confused with like some things in class, don't be afraid to ask teachers. I feel like that's like a common
Yeah.
problem to students as well. Like not
Because-
only in middle school, but like since elementary as well.
Because students are scared to ask, or
Yeah.
like,
And like I feel like we've heard that advice like 1,000 times already. Like ask the
Yeah.
teacher.
I mean, I relate to it.
Yeah.
sometimes
I
I'm
never
scared.
ask the teachers too.
Sometimes I'm scared to ask the teachers because if I already asked the teachers and I still don't understand, I'll feel bad if I ask again. So I'll ask like a friend.
yeah,
Yeah, and this is why it's important to have friends, because you can ask them if you're shy to ask the teachers.
Just ask them politely.
Yeah, ask to them politely.
Because they will
it means that you want to know more about
Yes.
the subject.
They're like happy that you're trying to understand their subject.
So that's it for our first podcast.
We hope that you find this enjoyable and it was not a waste of your time.
Thank you for listening, and make sure to follow us on HSKG OSIS in Instagram.
And feel free to ask us more about middle school through our DMs.
Thank
Bye.
you. Bye.
Bye!
Hi everyone, I'm Claren.
I'm Jill.
I'm Carissa.
Welcome to our first podcast. I forgot you.
Wait, Kanisha, did you?
Bye everyone!
Jangan lagi yang